Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today I'm going to compare three different types of automotive engine system using three different vehicles. The first vehicle is the Honda City, which use a spark ignition engine, or more commonly known as a petrol engine. The second vehicle is the Mitsubishi Triton, which use a compression ignition engine, also known as a diesel engine. And lastly, the Tesla Model 3, which use a fully electric vehicle system. Okay, so in this video, I will explain how each system work in simple technical terms, compare the differences between them, explain why each engine suit the vehicles, and finally discuss whether the automotive industry should shift towards electric vehicles in the future. Alright, first, let's start with the Honda City. Now, the Honda City use a spark ignition engine or SI engine. And honestly, the name itself already explains how the engine works. Spark ignition means the engine uses a spark plug to create combustion. So how does the process happen? First, air and petrol enter the cylinder. Then, the piston compresses the air-fuel mixture. After that, the spark plug produces a spark. That spark ignites the mixture and creates combustion inside the cylinder. The explosion pushes the piston downward, and that is what produces power to move the car. And this process repeats continuously while the engine is running. Now, the Honda City produces around 121 horsepower and 145 Newton meter of torque. Horsepower affect how fast the vehicle can go, while torque affect the pulling power of the vehicle. One reason why petrol engines are popular is because they feel smooth, quiet, and responsive while driving. And that is exactly why this engine is suitable for the Honda City. The car is mainly designed for daily commuting and city driving. It's comfortable, practical, and easier to maintain. However, petrol engines are generally less fuel efficient compared to diesel engine, and they still produce carbon emissions. Next, let's move on to the Mitsubishi Triton. Unlike the Honda City, the Triton uses a compression ignition engine or diesel engine. Now, here's the interesting part. Diesel engines do not use spark plug, so people always ask, how does combustion happen without a spark? Well, instead of using a spark plug, the engine compresses air at very high pressure. When air gets compressed, its temperature becomes extremely hot. Then, diesel fuel is injected into the hot compressed air. And because the temperature is already very high, combustion happens automatically. That combustion pushes the piston downward and produces power. Now, the Mitsubishi Triton produces around 204 horsepower and 470 Newton meters of torque. And this is where diesel engine becomes very powerful. The torque is much higher compared to the Honda City. That high torque gives the Triton strong pulling power, which is perfect for towing, carrying heavy loads, and off-road driving. Diesel engines are also more fuel efficient for long distance travel and are known for being durable. But at the same time, they are noisier and produce more emissions compared to petrol engines. Now, let's move to something completely different. Tesla. Tesla use a fully electric vehicle system, which means there is no petrol engines, no diesel engines, and no combustion process at all. Instead, electricity stored inside the battery is sent directly to the electric motor. The electric motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy to rotate the wheels. So basically, electricity is what powers the car. Because there is no combustion process, EVs do not need spark plugs, fuel injector, or exhaust system. And one major advantage of EVs is something called instant torque. This means the vehicle can accelerate very quickly because maximum torque is delivered immediately when the driver presses the acceleration pedal. Electric vehicles are also very quiet and require less maintenance because they have fewer moving parts. That is why companies like Tesla focus heavily on EV technology. However, EVs still have challenges such as expensive battery costs and limited charging stations in certain areas.
All right. So now let's compare the three vehicles.
The first difference is the ignition method. The Honda City uses a spark plug, the Mitsubishi Triton uses high compression, and Tesla does not use combustion at all because it uses an electric motor. The second difference is the energy source. Honda City uses petrol, Triton uses diesel, Tesla uses electricity. And the third difference is the purpose of the vehicle. The Honda City is designed for smooth and comfortable daily driving. The Triton is built for heavy-duty work and off-road performance. Meanwhile, Tesla focuses on efficiency, modern technology, and environmentally friendly transportation. So now, the big question is, should the automotive industry shift toward electric vehicles? In my opinion, yes, but gradually. One major reason is environmental issues like climate change and air pollution. Petrol and diesel engines release harmful gases into the atmosphere through combustions. Electric vehicles help reduce these emissions because they do not produce exhaust gases during operation. Another reason is fuel price. Petrol and diesel prices continue to increase, and fossil fuels are limited natural resource. Electric vehicles reduce dependence on fossil fuels and are also more energy efficient. But realistically, the transition cannot happen overnight. Some countries still lack charging infrastructure, and diesel engines are still important for heavy-duty industry. So overall, I believe the shift toward EVs should happen step by step.
Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.